Hi Bears, I'm back. Today I'm going to be talking about a book called Serafina and the Black Cloak. Now this is one of my favorite fantasy historical fiction books. I used to read this aloud to all of my classes. And it's awesome because it has such vivid language and it has such amazing descriptions. It uses one of my favorite words a couple times. So if anyone reads this and they find the word cacophony, know that I love that word. Okay, so Serafina takes place in 1899 in Asheville, North Carolina, at a place called the Biltmore Estate. Now, the Biltmore Estate is a real place. It was owned by a real family in 1899, and some of those characters show up in this story. So our main character starts with Serafina. Her and her pa live in the basement of the Biltmore Estate, but no one knows they live there. And no one knows that Serafina exists. They know that her pa is the maintenance man, but they don't know anything about Serafina. So Serafina really only gets to go out at night. Otherwise, she's kind of left down in the basement. So at night, she goes out and she hunts the rats in the Biltmore Estate. She calls herself the Chief Rat Catcher, the CRC. And Serafina is so successful at catching these rats because she has such keen senses. She can kind of see in the dark, she can hear really well, and she's super agile, so none of the rats can hear when she's sneaking up on them. So one night when Serafina is out patrolling the Biltmore Estate, she hears a scream. And of course, she goes and investigates. Well, what she finds is a little girl in a yellow dress being chased by a man in a black cloak. Now, Serafina has no idea what's going on, but she obviously knows she needs to go and rescue this girl. So she tries all her might. She fights this man in this black cloak, but what she realizes is that this man is kidnapping these children somehow. He wraps their cloak around them in some way, and then they just disappear. And now he's after Serafina. So she has to do all of these things at once. She has to figure out, who is this man in the black cloak? Why is he making these children disappear? And how can she stay alive with this entity after her? So she, through a series of events, teams up with the nephew of the Vanderbilts, Braden Vanderbilt, and they go on this adventure together to figure out who is the man in the black cloak. How is he kidnapping these children? Where are they going? How is the dark, mysterious, and partly magical forest involved? And they have to go into this forest that Serafina was always told to avoid to figure out these answers. And Serafina then finds out that her past, which she doesn't know anything about, is somehow connected to all of these things. So Braden and Serafina try to figure out all of these answers to these many mysteries that they are involved in. It's a very fun book. It's super descriptive, so you really feel like you're in the story with Braden and Serafina. I loved it. I've read it several times. I absolutely recommend this book. It is Serafina and the Black Cloak. So if you like mysteries or fantasies or a little bit of a thriller, a little bit of historical fiction, it's got something for everyone. So this is a great read. Go ahead, Bears.